Today we are going to start with the discussion of chapter number 2, the flower. The main objective of today's topic are introduction of flower, parts of a flower and types of flower. The main terms we will learn in this topic are flower, pedicel, thalamus, calyx, androecium and gynoecium. Now student, let's talk about the flower. What is flower? So student, flower is a modified reproductive shoot or stem of the plant. We know flower is a most colorful and beautiful part of a plant. Flower makes fruit and most fruits bear seeds. Most flowers have attractive colors. A flower, sometimes known as a bloom or blossom, is the reproductive structure found in flowering plants. Now student, open your book, come to the page number 21 and start the reading of this chapter. Flower is the most attractive and colorful part of the plant. It is the reproductive part of a flowering plant. It is attached to the shoot by means of a stalk called pedicel. Shoot means stem. The tip of the stalk is enlarged and slightly flattened called thalamus, from where the other parts of the flower arises. Flower is the seat of sexual reproduction and helps in the formation of seeds first and then the development of fruits. It may be defined as a modified shoot in which nodes and internodes are highly condensed. Nodes mean a point on the stem from where leaves, fruit and flower arises, and internode is a space between two nodes. Condensed mean compressed, and leaves are modified into floral leaves. Floral mean flower. Here we are going to start with the discussion of parts of a flower. Flowers vary in size, shape and color, but all flowers have the same basic parts. The main parts of a flower are: the outermost wall of a flower is sepal, second wall inner to sepal is petal, third wall of a flower is stamen, that is male reproductive part of a flower, fourth wall of a flower is pistil, that is female reproductive part of a flower. Now let's discuss each part of the flower. First is pedicel. The flower is borne on a stalk called pedicel. Now what is pedicel? Student, pedicel is a stalk with which the flower is attached to the stem. Second part is thalamus. In this picture you can see above the pedicel there is a swollen cup-shaped structure present, that is known as thalamus. So thalamus is the swollen cup-shaped structure present above the pedicel. Come to the page number 22. Thalamus. The uppermost terminal swollen part of the pedicel is known as thalamus. It may be flat, convex, concave or cup-shaped. It holds the four whorls of the flower. Examine an opened flower and note its different parts: the green sepals, the bright colored petals, stamens and carpels. These parts are arranged in four whorls or rings. Student, we can learn all the four whorls from outside to inner side with the help of shortcut. CCAG. First C stand for calyx, second C stand for corolla, A stand for androecium, G stand for gynoecium. Now let's discuss each whorl of the flower. First whorl of a flower is calyx. Calyx is a group of sepals. It is the outermost whorl of flower and its individual segment or units are called sepals. These are green leaf-like structures. The collective term for all sepals is calyx. Now what are sepals? Sepals are green leaf-like structure that protects the flower during bud stage. In this picture you can see sepals protects the flower during bud stage. Functions. It protects the inner floral whorls during the bud formation and also takes part in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process in which green plants make their food with the help of water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. In some flowers, sepals become colored and are called petaloid sepals. In this picture, you can see petaloid sepals. Petaloid sepals mean colorful sepals. An example of petaloid sepal is gulmohar. Second whorl of a flower is corolla. Corolla is a group of petals. It is the second whorl of the flower and its individual segment or unit is called petals. The collective term for all the petals is corolla. Now what are petals? Student, petals are brightly colored part of the flower that attracts the insect for pollination. Function. Petals are brightly colored with sweet smell and have nectar which attracts insects. These insects act as agent of pollination. In this picture, you can see petals attract the insect for pollination. Third whorl of a flower is androecium. Androecium is the group of stamens. It is the third whorl of flower and its individual segments or units are called stamens. The collective term for all the stamens is androecium. Now what is stamen? Stamen is the male part of a flower. Structure of stamen. Each stamen consists of anther and filament. Filament is a long tube-like structure that supports the anther. And anther is a bi-lobed structure. Bi means two and lobed means lobes. Each anther contains two lobes and both the lobes are connected by connective tissue. The anther and filaments are also connected by connective tissue. Each anther lobes contains two pollen sacs which contain pollen grains. Function. Androecium acts as a male part of the flower and produces pollen grains which take part in reproduction. Fourth innermost whorl of a flower is gynoecium. Gynoecium is a group of carpels. It is fourth central whorl of the flower. Its individual segment or units are called carpels or pistil. One or more carpels may be present in a flower. The collective term for carpels is gynoecium. Now what is carpel? Carpel is the female part of flower. It consists of stigma, style and ovary. Structure of carpel. Each carpel consists of stigma, style and ovary. Stigma is the swollen sticky part of the carpel that receives pollen grain during pollination. Style is a long tube-like structure that connects stigma and ovary. Ovary is the swollen basal part of the carpel. The ovary contains ovules which fuse with the pollen grains during the process of fertilization and give rise to fruit and seeds. Function. It acts as the female part of the flower and produces ovules which ripen into seeds and help in reproduction. Here we are going to start with the discussion of types of flower. There are two types of flower, complete flower and incomplete flower. Complete flower is a flower consisting of all the four whorls: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. An example of complete flower is China rose. Incomplete flower. So student, incomplete flower is a flower in which one or more whorls are missing. An example of incomplete flower is papaya. Students, all flowers do not have all four whorls. On the basis of absence and presence of reproductive organs, flower can be classified into two types, unisexual flower and bisexual flower. First is unisexual flower. Uni mean one, sexual mean sex organs. Unisexual flower is a flower that bear either stamen or pistil. An example of unisexual flower is papaya. Bisexual flower. Bi means two. Sexual means sex organ. Bisexual flower is a flower that contain both stamen and pistil, and they are also called hermaphrodite. An example of bisexual flower is China rose. So students, I hope you have understood this chapter. Now you must be able to solve the following question. First is define pedicel, petaloid, sepal. Second is give one difference between complete and incomplete flower. Third is what is the collective term for sepals. Fourth is what is the collecting term for petals. On copy, draw a diagram of flower and label its part. So student, we have completed the discussion of this topic. We will continue by tomorrow. Thank you very much. Have a nice